1969. The Vietnam War was in full swing, and the Army was shelling Tater Knob over in Charleston, and the atheist was about to step foot on the moon for the first time, making God mad and ending the world. I shared this with my sister and asked her to join me in accepting Christ on July the 20th, 1969. We went down and asked Christ into our lives, and that afternoon Neil Armstrong took his first step on the moon. I had a good childhood growing up in school and stuff, enjoyed playing with other kids. Got to go to several revivals growing up in the church. I was sexually abused by my oldest brother. I was around the age of 9. I can remember starting to ask God into my life around that time, praying real hard, saying that I was sorry for what would happen. Over the years growing up, I had a lot of problems with myself. Felt like I was depressed all the time. I met my wife while I was a senior in high school. We got married, had 3 wonderful kids, and had a wonderful wedding. Was married now for 40 wonderful years. Me and Linda got involved with the youth and worked around the church there. I felt that he had called me into the youth ministry. I worked in Calvary Baptist Church. My son more or less drifted away from me and Linda as he was growing up, and at the age of 16 he got involved in a gang over in Fort Smith. It was caught trying to sell drugs to a youth in Fort Smith and was arrested and went to prison for 1 year in Pine Bluff. I felt if I couldn't even manage my own son in his life, how could I manage the youth that I was working with in church? So I more or less kind of quit God and just dropped out of the work altogether. I felt that I let God down. During this time in my life where I was working in Van Buren, my boss was harassing me all the time. It just seemed like the boss was constantly on me doing something wrong or saying that I wasn't doing something right. And I just felt that this was one of the points leading up to my depression, more or less. I heard a voice telling me to go ahead and end it all, and it would be all right. This was the end of my rope, and on July 19th, 2001, I decided that it was it. I want to solve a temporary problem with a permanent solution. I took over 50 different pills, wrote a suicide note asking not to be resuscitated. The doctors did all they could do and told my family that I was brain dead and that I was ready to go to the morgue. My wife asked them to leave the resuscitator on me until my daughter and son-in-law got there from Italy, where they're serving as missionaries, to say their goodbyes. She arrived after 2 days and ran everyone out of the room and began to pray. And one of the doctors was heard saying that if they believe in this, to let them go ahead and do it. And I woke up. It felt like I had a new life. Things were nice and calm again, easy. I felt that God had done something to me in my suicide attempt. I wrote the doctor after this and told her that this was not only a miracle for me, but also for her to see that God is not dead but alive, and today she is a born-again believer. We feel a whole total sense of overcoming some difficulties in our life. God has stepped in and helped us out with our thinking and love life and children with our children and our grandchildren. We have 6 grandchildren now. I want to give God all the honor in this plan for me and my family.